Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everybody. Let's get this going. Links in the chat. Just wanted to get on a quick one, and if anybody wants to come on, we can make it a longer one. But I just have to get on. Firstly, I know that Sean from Gigsvana wouldn't be watching. It'd be great if he was, but I just want to say thank you because I was told that he put a video out of a user video on his channel this morning, my time, and I just wanted to say thank you to him as well. So another random live where I can just get on and see what's happening. Hello, Robbie. Watched a bit of your show earlier. Great show. Very informative as usual on the world drone community. So if anybody wants to get on and plug their streams or videos, I'm right here. So hello, Marcel. Just another random stream to thank everybody for watching and thanking everybody just for being very supportive. If I'd got, went back to that 2 years ago, I would never have done. But I'm starting to enjoy this. I just need to really work out what sort of time to make it consistent. Yes, I'm still editing video footage of the teaser I put out, and once I get that and then work out a few other places that I can fly, I'll certainly put a few more on. Robbie.
Hey, buddy.
Good afternoon or good evening. I think it's what, 2 hours behind in Thailand.
Yes, 10:34 here during the day.
Good morning, then. You got the platform.
Hey, I've only got one question. Man, it's like 95 degrees here, and you got a jacket on. What's the temperature in Australia?
Temperature is, I'll do it in Celsius because I'm not sure about Fahrenheit. It's 15. So it's just at that point where I'm going to take a jacket off. So I've only got a very thin got a thin shirt under it. So we're just borderline.
It's so funny because I've always thought, and I'm sure the people in the chat, we always think about Australia as being hot.
Well, not at this point of the year, but it will start warming up, I tell you.
What's the coldest you've seen it there?
The coldest I've seen is -3 overnight. And the hottest I've seen is 47 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. So it snows there, right?
It snows on the nearby hills.
Okay.
But we've got some really great snow resorts up there in Lake Mountain, Mount Buller, but that's an hour and a half drive northeast. So
yeah, I want to come there one day. I know Ross lives. I want to say he lives in Queensland.
Yeah, Queensland's north of me.
Yeah. So is it colder there?
No, it's never colder there.
Oh, it's never colder.
It's colder the more south you go, like Tasmania. But the more northern part of Australia, more north you go, the more it heats up because they're above the Tropic of Capricorn. So they're in that real temperate zone.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, look, I just wanted to
Johnny.
jump on and say, hey, you got some people coming in the chat here. Hey, Thomas Ariels. I see Johnny Drone Flyer. I was up really late last night. I didn't go to bed until like 4:30 this morning. I had my live stream at 6. Man, it was rough. So I'm actually going to jump in the sack for a couple hours and sleep because I'm hoping to try to do a little bit of flying later this afternoon. And let's see, 10, 11, 12, probably about 4 hours or so. So I'm going to go take a nap.
Probably
And
about
then,
the same time. I'm gonna get on and do a bit of flying. I've still, as I said, I've still got a lot of videos that I've got to edit and put together because I put a bit of a teaser on my channel last night, early this morning, and I've still got, because that's a whole, new video that I've got to do, and considering the fact that we've got the lovely park, the Darabin Parklands, which just around the corner from me, and I certainly love flying there because it's a really big area with a lot of green, and it's a lovely place to do. It's got a couple of little waterfalls, it's got a couple of lakes, so it's a really fun place to go. I would love to go a little bit further into the city, but I'm still a little bit not confident of doing those sort of things, even though I've seen two of the other guys on YouTube from the same area, Brett from Gizmo Drones and the other Brett from Victorian Aerial Vision. They're roughly in the same area, but they are further. One's a little bit further away, but they do that Melbourne, the CBD area, and then the bit to the south, which is the St Kilda Road precinct. It's got the War Memorial, the Shrine of Remembrance, the Botanical Gardens. But I'm just a little bit hesitant at all these rules and regulations that they've got, even though I've got the operator accreditation and got all the paperwork and will abide by all the CASA rules. But, the Karen's out there as usual. So,
yeah,
the
rules, you got to definitely follow them. I ran into a situation here where I wanted to go fly downtown, and I was told by my insurance guy, which is real up to date on the rules, no fly zone, you can't fly there. But I had my drones with me anyway, so we're at the pool at the Hyatt, like on the 4th floor, and not only did I see a drone, there was a Mavic 3 flying. I was like, who the hell down here has got the money for an expensive drone that flies? It's got to be somebody. And he was over in the edge flying. And he's like, hey, I got the Mavic 3. And he was speaking English. And I said, yeah, I've got it too. And he had the regular controller. And I said, I've got the smart controller. He's like, man, I want to see it. And I asked him, I said, can you fly here? He goes, oh, yeah, just go over and tell the bartender he'll approve and you can fly. Well, I didn't realize that he didn't know what he was talking about. So here I am flying. And then I told him, I was like, there's a 300-foot cap here, a 90-meter cap. Yeah. And he goes, oh, no, I mean, I just flew like 300 meters. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm saying it's a law. I said, didn't they tell you that when you registered your drone? And he goes, what do you mean? I have to register my drone? And I was like, oh, no. I was like, didn't your insurance guy tell you that you need to register your drone? He goes, what insurance? And I was like, I'm illegally flying.
Yeah.
So I brought it down instantly. I didn't video, didn't post anything. Yeah. So you really got to watch when you see someone else flying from somewhere. Yeah. Just because you saw it, check the rules first before you do it. Because
definitely. I know all the rules. We've got this great CASA approved app called OK to Fly, and it tells you where you can fly or the conditions that you can fly with. Because generally, one of the main conditions here is you can't fly within 30 meters of anybody that's not involved in the group. So if you have a spotter or a friend, they're not included in that 30 meters. It's 30 meters from the public. And if you're in that, not restricted zone, but if you're in the area where you are inside that 5.5 kilometer radius from the control tower, you can fly, but you're restricted in your height as well. So you can because CASA owns the air, and sometimes some councils just have their knickers in a knot over flying, no flying. But generally,
what are you flying? What drone are you flying normally?
I got the Mini 2.
Okay.
So it's under the 250 gram mark.
That
And
magic number.
yeah, that magic number. Yeah, so as we go, you can do it, but we've got the whole, and you probably have the similar thing, and I know that Americans have that similar issue with their um, ordinances with local councils. I'm not sure what, if councils are different or what the makeup and structure of that is. But you've got council saying, "Oh, we prefer you not to fly there," or you've got to fly there with a permit. Or, but if I'm
Yeah.
following CASA rules, the 30-meter rule, I'm not going above 120 meters. I'm not doing anything else. If I'm abiding by the rules that set out in the operator accreditation, then I don't see why I shouldn't be able to go into a park. But Parks Victoria have got various. I understand them. I can abide by the rules. I can understand the exact issues they're talking about. Don't annoy wildlife. Don't annoy this. Don't annoy that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to abide by the rules, but when there is nobody in a park within 60 meters of me, why shouldn't I be allowed to just go up, have a look, do a few loops, or go around, or set Maven and do watch the watch points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could do certain things and put a little bit of video, then I'm not hurting anyone. So
Yeah. Just set up your waypoints and go.
Waypoints, watch points. Thanks for I'm trying to think of that word. I'm going, watch
That's okay.
points.
Hell, half the people say the wrong thing anyway, so that's part of it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree. Here, usually I'll always ask where I'm going to fly, like the owner of the property, whatever I'm going to fly, and then I'll make the comment, because sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. So I always tell them, hey, love to fly here, grab a couple images. Why don't you give me your email and I'll send you those images after I fly? And then they automatically, oh, yeah, you can fly. That way, if there's an issue, I can always go, the owner here approved me to fly. I got here for that. But I actually switched, and I've been flying the new Avata, and I've been flying lower, just playing with it. But I'll tell you, it's a really cool drone. I've enjoyed it. I do like the motion controller, but I have been flying with the actual FPV controller, so I can fly it now in manual mode, and I'm getting there. I'm more brave with this because it'll bounce off things. That other thing, the other one will chew something up. So I really enjoy this and the goggles and everything. So I just added that to my fleet. So now that gives me these two for FPV, and then later I'll go in and get probably another drone that'll be freestyle. But I do have it, and I just wanted to be able to show that, because I know a couple of people I had said I had it, and they were like, "Really? Did he get it?" So here it is. Got the goggles. Everything's here. I put out a couple little videos where I was flying, and I've got some videos now I need to edit where I flew in manual mode. And it's takes a little bit getting used to, but hey, it's like $1,400. So it's not that, it's not that expensive when you consider you're getting your goggles with it. So this is kind of like my fun little drone. But the manual mode, dude, it's not. People try to make you think it's so complicated and you got to do this, dude. Let me tell you one thing. Yeah, some of them people out there that can fly it don't, hell, most of them, half of them probably didn't even freaking go to high school. Yeah. I mean, if anybody can do it, people with common sense and fly the GPS drones, they can definitely figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy.
I think a lot of it is people that don't fly FPV. They don't want to invest the money in it because they think it's so complicated. And to perfect stuff, it definitely does. It's a little harder. It's not like flying a regular GPS drone, but once you've done it a couple of times and you figure it out, you realize that it ain't no big thing. But I like it because I can be able to get up and take, a little video and images. And it actually has a really good camera on it. I was shocked. So look, just wanted to jump in, say, hey,
Yeah.
live stream going good. And I'm going
Yep.
to run out of here and take a nap before I go fly this afternoon.
No worries.
You guys enjoy.
See you soon. Yeah, it seems to have the name of the avatar or avatar has seemed to have really caused a bit of a stir, and we called it Fred. And I think the name Fred's going to stick. So we're going to call it Fred from now on. So if everybody continues to call it Fred, that's what we're going to call it. So if anybody else wants to jump on and have a chat as well, I'm happy with that. Otherwise, I'll just continue to talk a bit more. We've got 9 people watching, so I don't want to spoil anybody's fun, but everybody seems to be enjoying or baby PL. Yeah. Well, I still haven't seen one in person yet because of the DJI store in Australia, in Melbourne, hasn't got one in stock yet. But that'll be for another. It'll be for another time. Okay, Marcel. Okay. I'll just keep talking for. If anybody else wants to. If anybody else wants to bring up any more topics, be my guest, or we could just keep talking about the Avatar. As it's Tuesday here, and it's the end of Monday in the US. How did everybody's Labor Day go? So I'm just, trying to work out if everybody celebrates it, or it's just certain states have it on certain days, or it's a federal thing, because each public holiday in Australia in terms of Labor Day, it's on different weekends in different states down here. Our Labor Day is in March, the second Monday in March, and used to be pretty good. Thank you, Barclay. That answers my question. Okay, so ours is still on the second Monday in March, and that long weekend used to have the Formula One Grand Prix. Well, it's basically to answer Robbie's question there. I've tethered my laptop to my cell phone, and I'm in the middle of. I'm basically 2 kilometres out of the CBD in a place called Collingwood, which is a very hip and trendy suburb. And Smith Street is, as far as I know, a pretty world famous street because it's got cafes, bars, and just everything that makes nightlife great. As you go up, because we've got trams here, the trams go up the middle of the street, and then as you go further up, you turn right into a street named Gertrude Street. And Gertrude Street was recently voted as the second coolest street in the world. So it's another very cool and hip street with bars, cafes, very fashionable people along there. And as you go to the very end of Gertrude Street, as you turn into Nicholson Street, there is the exhibition buildings and the Carlton Gardens. And that is a wonderful place. And the exhibition building used to actually be the original Parliament House for Australia back in the 20th, start of the 20th century. And that's where Parliament, the federal Parliament, was housed for 13 years before they built Canberra. So another Gertrude Street, Barclay, Gertrude, Gertrude Street, Fitzroy. It's got a couple of, it's got one really lovely park there. I think it's called the Atherton Parklands or Atherton, something like that. But I will, I will check that out for you guys. And hello, Warren, Nakarasho or Akira Show. As some people, I'd love to find out a perfect pronunciation for Warren's name. Yeah. So I must say, we've got 12 people watching. So I reckon, 12:30 my time seems to be a pretty good time to come on, rather than, but it does work out to about 10 p.m. Eastern American time. Unfortunately, Tuesday looks like the time to do this. Let's see what happens next Tuesday, and I might get on again and schedule it and see if we can get a few more people, maybe even invite a few guests. Yep. Well, I would probably say Abbey Road would be another very famous street. But we have just such beauty in this area. We've got Collingwood, you've got Fitzroy, East Melbourne, Richmond, and as you head towards the city, you've got the Melbourne Central Business District. Then you've got South Bank, the Docklands, where we've got a large marina, and behind that arena we have what is now called Marvel Stadium. Good morning, 34 Media. We've got a bit of a, at least we've got some Australians in the house here. So, and Docklands is just a really wonderful and eclectic sort of area, with Marvel Stadium named the naming rights of Marvel Comics, where many of our sports and concerts are played. And as we go around there, we go into East Melbourne, we go into Burnley, Cremorne, and then we go into another sporting district where we have Rod Laver Arena, where the Australian Open tennis is played. We have the, I think it's called Westpac Centre now, where one of the Aussie rules teams trains. We've got the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium, otherwise known as Amy Park, where the Melbourne Storm, which is a rugby league team. And then over the road from that, we also have the MCG. Now, if you want a stadium that hosts sport, it's got to be one of the meccas in the world. It hosts 100,000 people. And last week we had 91,500 people at the MCG there, sitting there and just watching the AFL. And you have 8. Yeah. Well, if I had a chance, I'd get on and I'll subscribe to everybody on the 5 or 6 different accounts that I've got. but this is my most popular and the one I'm doing the most work on. And then once this becomes popular, I will start filling out more information about AFLW is the women's competition. We have a men's competition that starts in March and goes all the way through the grand final in September. And the AFLW is only 7 years old, and it's moved to a more spring summer format because it used to start in summer and go for 10 weeks. And now it's starting in August and will go all the way through to November. So every club is now, all 18 clubs are now represented. And if you really need to brush up on your AFL skills, just type, AFL replay or what is AFL into YouTube, and it'll explain all the rules. Because it's a very nuanced game, I've been watching it for the best part of nearly 50 years. I understand all the rules. But to people overseas, it does seem like aerial ping pong. And there's a really great channel that two African American chaps get on, and I think it's Steez and the Don, I think their name is, but I'll find it another time. But they're two Americans that recently took up the game of AFL and actually report and review it from an American's point of view. There's also another guy by the name of Craig Wessels, and he's in Michigan, and he does reviews of AFL games from an American's point of view. And they've, they really enjoy that. And I must say, I'm here to preach the AFL. And if you love that, you should try. Nah, well, that is an absolute no. Uluru and Central Australia off limits. Sydney Harbour's another place that's off limits, and you've got to jump through so many hoops to get. It can be done, but you've got so much paperwork you've got to get through. You have to have your extent. I don't know if it's what you would call it, but you need what's called the remote owner certificate. You've got to have a higher level of insurance than the one I've got. And then you've got to jump through hoops, get a permit, get this, get that. So there are so many things that, there's another chat going on in the chat. Having trouble keeping up with all the discussion going on in the channel. Yes, it is. Barclay, yes, it is. It is a very sacred land to our Indigenous people. And they have removed all tours. You can't climb it anymore out of respect. So there are various areas that we have that are sacred lands, and we always respect our Indigenous people, and we now have welcome to country at every sporting event, and we, from where I am, we are one race, the human race. I have no time for racism, no time for politics. I've got no time for any of the general concepts that come out there. We're all one person. Yeah, yeah. Trying to keep track of reading the comments as well as the the stream that's going. Hey, Maddie.
What's up, buddy?
Can
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
What's going on?
Afternoon. I just thought I'd try out another time around the 12:30 to see how many people get on. So this is almost a record number watching. So
what time is
looks
it?
Like
it's 11:05. It's not bad. You got me off of taking a break from studying, so thank you.
Oh, that's all right then. So how is that going?
That works. It's a lot of information, bro. It's a lot.
I know.
I guess you could say fortunately, but unfortunately, when you're studying on these courses, there's a lot of the information that you don't need to know, but they teach it anyways for you to understand. That way, when you're out flying or whatever, you understand the rules. But this shit's not on the test. So, but it's still good to know. It's good to know. And that's what I've been doing. I've been studying on I'm getting there, man. I'm almost done with it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I know pretty much all the rules here. It's just that the cost of getting the remote pilot's license and then going up to the next level and to the next level, it's going to set me back around $4,000.
Woo! Damn,
and
really?
That's even with a discount. Wow. I'll get the old farts discount because I'm over 50. But yeah, because you've got to jump through 4 different hoops. You've got to jump through what's the remote pilot's license.
Yep.
And then you've got to jump through the remote owner certificate, the aeronautical radio operator certificate, and then pick up. You can go up to 25 kilos and do any drone with a 25 kilos. But currently, I'm an operator accredited up to 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. 2 kilograms. Sorry. Yeah, and
that's cool.
Yeah. So I've got the respective public liability insurance, and I can do some commercial work. But the more qualifications I've got, the higher I can go into the industry as well.
So you can actually make money doing what you can make money over there with the stuff you've got.
Yes.
You just what's stopping you from doing it?
Well, one thing that's stopping me from doing it, firstly, is just general anxiety. I picked it up.
That's understandable.
COVID.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And just getting out there, and I'm slowly getting out there. It's just getting out there and letting people know that I can do this.
Yeah,
and the whole credibility factor. But
you got to start somewhere.
Exactly, and you've seen how passionate I am. So just letting more people know how passionate I am, and yes, this is what I want to do, and just push forward. So, and basically doing it also doing it to bring attention to mental health and the like, because there's a lot of people out there that don't really want to talk about it. True. And I did that for many years, and then I thought, well, if I don't talk about it, then
who will?
Exactly.
Right?
So I'm that's why I've gotten on in camera. I've gone way out of my comfort zone and just trying to see where that comfort zone, where that boundary is. Because if I don't know where the boundary is, and I might be thinking, the grass is greener on the other side, and I'm missing out on something. So
It's true.
I'm just going to
That's very
keep
true.
pushing forward and annoying people and
Do what
and
you
just
do.
saying, this is what I can do. Yeah, give me a go.
Nothing wrong with that. Look, a word of advice: you don't communicate very often when you're on other shows.
Yeah, I know.
You're always so quiet.
I know.
You got to get in there, man. If you got something, you got to get in there and say, you got to get past the fear of other people talking on the stream and just kind of make it happen, man. You know what I mean? Just got to make it happen.
Yeah. But when you've got 6, 8, 10 people, it's hard
tough.
to get a word in edgewise sometimes.
It's tough. I know it.
Because I'm usually on Uncle Bill's stream, and I think it was last week he had 10 people on there, and
it becomes difficult.
It's very difficult. Even yesterday there was at least 6, because I really, that's one show and one stream that I really enjoy, and that's Uncle Bill's stream. I enjoy watching yours as well. I enjoy everybody that subscribes to me. That's why I subscribe. I subscribe. And the reason why I subscribe to various people is because I really love their content. I'm not just here to subscribe just to get people numbers. I subscribe because I really enjoy those people.
I'm the same way. I do it. I don't do it to get subscribers back. I don't get out there and say I will support you if you support me. That's not the way I work. And I do it because I'm interested in the people that I'm subbing to. Whether they sub back or not, I don't care. That's not what I'm doing it for.
It'd be handy if they did.
Oh yeah, because if they did, I'd have 10,000 subs. But that's just not the way it works. That's not the way, or it's not the way it's supposed to work. Let's put it that way. But it is what it is. Anytime you want to come on my show Sunday night, Dominic, all you gotta do is ask.
You've got me Facebook, and just PM me anytime.
Link,
send me an invite and PM me anytime.
Not a problem. I don't mind.
And I'll try and get on. Sometimes the time difference does hurt.
Yeah, it's a little off.
But 90%, I reckon 90% of the time, when
it can be done.
The time works, it seems to be it's my morning or your night and my morning. It seems to work better. Hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello, Lee. He's just lurking.
Hey, Lee. Again, I haven't talked to him. Yes, sir. Condolences for the loss of your wife, bro.
Yeah. Condolences.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. I can understand that.
He's in high spirits, though. He was, I believe he was on Johnny's show this morning. Was it Johnny's show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Johnny's show. He was on this morning, and he seems to be in high spirits.
Yeah, I watched so many streams in a row. Sometimes I lose track of who I've said hello to and who I've said, I might have said hello in one show and then see him in another show, and then, did I say hello to them there? But as I said, I don't know if you watched the earlier part of me where I did an introduction. Someone told me that my video was shown as a viewer videos on Geeksvana. So
was it?
Yeah, I didn't. Cool. I must have sent him something. It was a Geeksvana this morning. I must have sent him something because I send stuff to everybody.
Yeah.
And Sean from Geeksvana, another one of my one of my earliest subscriptions, and one of the earliest ones I watched was Geeksvana. And the reason being is when I started watching YouTube videos just after I bought a drone a little bit over 2 years ago, I was trying to find Australian people and trying to find people outside of the US because I wanted a different perspective. And the different perspective comes from people outside of America. I know it's a big market. So I thought, well, firstly, if I found other people, that's how I found Bruce Simpson of XJet and to me,
Bruce
to me,
Bruce is
to
a
me,
trip.
to me, the guy's a god. Firstly,
He's
I
awesome.
Firstly, because he's in a time zone that's actually forward of me. There's only one really, and that's New Zealand. Everybody else is behind me.
Yeah.
So I found Bruce. I then found Geeks Varna. Then the watching Ken Heron. He's got a lot of subs, and you go. I kept going through the chat, and another guy that I really enjoy is Andy Cortez, as in El Smeghead. He cracks me up every time. He's
another trip.
Yeah. And
Bruce is a good guy. Bruce from XJet, he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
He stands for a lot of the FPV community with all this shit that's coming down on us. He agrees with them. He agrees with us, and he fights for the people. And he's a smartass too, and he's funny as hell when he acts like it.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Is that just a quick one there? It's the question
Ross
I brought up. Ross channel Australia Panoramas.
Yep, Australia Panorama.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I do subscribe to him.
Mr. Autel, that's what I call him.
Yeah. I've been making a point recently to find all the Australians on YouTube, and especially finding people from Melbourne as well, because there's not as many as there are elsewhere.
No.
I think in terms of Australia, we've got I think 3 in Queensland.
They're there. You just got to find them. Like there's, they're definitely there.
34 Media is another one. Yeah, 34 Media. I'm confident to say is in Western Australia. There's Carbon Cage in Western Australia.
Carbon Cage is another cool cat that I'm friends with. Yeah, I'm friends with Carbon. He's another cool dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's cool. And then we've got a couple of South Australians. Trevor Fuss is one of them. We've got a couple from Melbourne. Ausby Drone, Greg Coonett is in New South Wales, even though he's been quiet recently. And then we've got the most famous Australian, Matt Northeast. He's got to be the ambassador of Australia.
Yeah, right. Pretty much.
Everybody knows him.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So we're starting to get. Oh, okay. Thanks for that, 34 Media. Oh, okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Thanks for that. Yep. Ross. Yep. Yeah, sadly, we don't have as many meetups when it comes to guys do. Was that?
I know. Yeah, we have a lot of meetups, and they're tough to keep up with. But you can't make them all, bro. You can't make them all.
Oh, I'd love to.
I wish I could. But
yeah, I haven't been to the US in 30 years. So my brother worked over there. He worked in Texas and Oklahoma in the mid 80s. So I haven't been to the US in at least 30 years.
Oh, it's time to make that trip.
One of these days I will.
Maybe next April.
Yeah.
For our South
Florida drone meetup. To. Yeah, that'd be great.
No, I was gonna tell you about your subscriber count and all. Just keep doing you, bro, and keep posting content, and it'll come.
Yeah, that's what people are telling me. Just keep doing it. Be the same brutally honest person. Be the same brutally honest person that I always have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull no punches. I don't like, as I said, I don't like talking religion or politics because it can go off can go off tap pretty quickly. So
yeah, very true. Try to stay away from that too.
Mm.
Try not to talk about politics. Although with the whole remote ID thing over here in the States, it's becoming more political than it is about the FAA. So what is your goal? You there? Uh-oh. I think we lost him. Or did you lose me? All right, who lost who? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it is. It is him. All right. Well, hell, I don't want to. The hell? Dominic! I lost him. Let me back out until he comes back. Hold on. Maddie's Drone World show. What the fuck? Oh crap. How many people are watching? 16. Oh man. 34 Media. I am from South Florida. I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. In the South. Party time. Dab time for some of you. I don't have any jokes, Marcel. I'm not a funny guy. My daughter might.
I got a joke.
What's the joke? Dominic got knocked off, so I'm on a stream.
Hey, you feeling sick? You need some vitamin B.
What?
Get it? Vitamin B?
I'm trying to keep this thing going here, but I don't even know what to talk about. 107 said talk about the 107 test. Well, ask me a question. I might be able to answer it. The studying's a pain in the ass, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Radio communications. Oh, there you go. Stickers. I can give away stickers. Anybody want stickers? I can give away a sticker pack. Am I still live? Yeah, I am. Let's see. Dominic's just completely gone. Oh shit. Yeah, he can get back in. He's the one that's keeping this thing live. If in order to end the live stream, he actually physically has to come in and push end live. So until then, it's just. And I know everybody that knows me knows I hate doing stream solo. So this is ridiculous. I don't like doing solo. I don't like being on by myself. This sucks. Dominic, where are you? No, Ken, I did not get the Nazgul fixed. I burned out the flight controller. See it? Yep. She gone. So I reached out to iFlight to see if they would replace it, and unfortunately they can't replace it, which I kind of knew that was going to happen. But they offered me 15% off of a new flight controller, so that was nice of them. They didn't have to do that, and they did. So let me see if let me message him. We are still live. Let me message Dominic. Oh, his phone overheated. Ah. All right, Dominic, if you can, just go into StreamYard and just push end live, and then it'll end it, and you should be good. Don't worry about keeping it going. Nobody here wants to see my ugly ass face. Oh, he's rebooting now, so we'll wait. We'll wait for him. He said his phone overheated. Akira show. Warren, I would say Apple. Yeah, that's what I thought. Apple. You damn iOS people. 34 Media. How are they going to control the remote ID? Is it a tracker? It's going to shoot off a Wi-Fi signal. It's Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi is directly to the, it's like a Wi-Fi repeater, and people can pick up the Wi-Fi signal on their phones through an app or something. That's how they're doing that. I don't think so, Thomas. I don't think so. Samsung for the win. Apples belong in trees, bro. Sorry. I can't help myself. Android rocks, man. See, my phone is not overheated. Barkley, so far from what they said, it might be Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but I can't see Bluetooth sending a signal out. That would mean the person would have to have Bluetooth. I don't know. It's a mixture of both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I'm not sure which one it is. Hey,
back.
Hi, welcome to my show.
Yeah.
That's okay. I kept it going for a little bit, as long as I could.
That's all right.
I hate doing streams solo.
I've just got on my phone now that it's cooled down. I didn't realize it was that hot here. I was just sitting in the sun, and I thought,
yeah.
Geez.
Look at everybody saying yay in the chat. Like, they're like, oh, thank God we didn't have to watch this guy anymore.
Yeah. So let's we can end the show if you want. And
no, it's up to you, man. It's your stream, but I know you're going off your phone now, so you might have some issues with your heating up. So
yeah,
no problem. No worries. Yeah, it's all good if you want to end it and then do it at another time. It's on you, buddy.
Yeah. I might try again at about the same time during the week. So it seems it seems as though 12, between 11 and 12 could be a good time.
Yeah, it seems okay. It's a little late here in Florida. It's 11:30 p.m., but that's not too bad. Bad. We can, you can make that work for guys like me in the East Coast time frame. It works. Yeah. Now, by the way, like Tomas said, some people may unsub you for insulting Apple devices. That's my fault. I apologize. If they unsub me, whatever. I mean, for 20 Apple people I lose, I'll gain 20 Androids. I'm good.
I'm inclusive of everybody. If everybody wants to.
I know people mess with me all the time with the Android Apple thing. Whatever suits your needs. Apple, Android, as long as I can get a hold of you, I don't care what kind of phone you got.
Exactly.
Don't matter.
Exactly. I'm not fussed by race, color, creed.
Absolutely.
Or
you know what?
DJI or Apple or
isn't that the best part
Samsung
of this? Isn't that the best part of the drone community? Is there's no ethnic persuasion. It doesn't matter what color you are, what ethnic background you are. It doesn't matter. It's all just one group, and there's no racism or nothing about it. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
I wish everything was like that, bro, but unfortunately it's not.
Yeah. And I'm in many different families. It's pretty much the same when we get together for AFL football. Yeah. If you barrack for one team and you all barrack for that same team, it doesn't matter who they are, whatever they are, we're all bound by that one passion of, football clubs, sporting clubs. You probably have the same thing over there. Your football, any sport over there, if you all barrack for the same team, it's all one group.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
All right, man. Well,
okay.
You gonna jump off?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off and say,
okay, cool.
It's been an absolute blast with all you guys.
Yes, sir.
And we'll do it again soon.
Yeah, buddy. I'll catch you on the next one, man.
Okay. Bye.
Take care, Dominic. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for everybody that came, and thanks for everybody that put up with my technical issue where my phone heated up. So now it's starting to get a lot warmer, so I'm going to have to work out where I can put my stuff so it doesn't get sunny. But thanks all for coming. And bye-bye for now.